7:44 Eastern Time, and a group of familiar names and really not a standout in this year's Black-Eyed Susan. Running and gunning, she was a stakes winner at Sunland a couple of races back for Steve Asmussen. He always comes in loaded to these Preakness weekends. We'll have more on that in just a little bit. Lehman the Dust, she's a filly that hasn't really kept with her form from what we've seen from her in the past. But here's a look at running and gunning with Alfredo Juarez Jr. in the saddle. This is going back to February at Sunland when she took the Sunland Oaks.
Yeah, wins it by almost 5 lengths. This set her up for a third-place finish in the Grade 2 Fantasy behind Quiet Side and Simply Joking when they were in their thrilling stretch drive. She was kind of left in the dust behind those two, almost 9 lengths back. But she's Grade 2 placed with that effort. Last time out, she is the morning line favorite. One of many horses that Steve Asmussen will have in these stakes races both today and tomorrow.
I've got current odds for the Black-Eyed Susan. I know it's early, but
do?
she's 7-1 right now.
Can you tell me who's getting bet?
The horse that is currently getting bets in this race, the lukewarm favorite, is Reply, the number 7, who's 5-2 right now, along with Margie's Intention. Both of these horses sitting at 5-2 in the current wagering. So it's the 3 and the 7 taking the early action in this race.
The 3 is very interesting. She is a Louisiana bred who has never raced against open company before. All 5 of her starts have been at the fairgrounds against the New Orleans breds, but she's been great. 2 wins and 2 seconds from her last 4 starts. This was the race that Irad Ortiz Jr. rode her, but today, not only is there a jockey change, it's a barn change. This horse is previously in the barn of Brendan Walsh. Now Brad Cox has the training duties.
She's been beaten in her last 2 races by a filly named Blue Fire, so it's been a competitive group of 3-year-old fillies as far as the Louisiana breds are concerned. That's Blue Fire who's beating her here. Blue Fire, by the way, came out of this Crescent City Oaks that we show you and finished second in the 8 bells at 13-1. So that's good form for Margie's Intention as far as company lines are concerned for today's Grade 2 Georgie Mitchell Black-Eyed Susan Stakes.
Look at the right-hand column. Jockeys, Johnny V, Pratt, Ortiz brothers, Junior Alvarado, Rosario, Luis Saez, all the big guns in town, both today and tomorrow.
And Luis Saez, he'll be riding a Marth. She's 4-1 on the morning line. That's her current odds for Green Lantern Stable. And Eddie Keneally, a McKinsey filly who broke her maiden at Keeneland, went back-to-back. This is going back her 2-year-old campaign. She's yet to win since. She's run twice this year at the age of 3, her best being in the Busher, that one-turn mile at Aqueduct, where she had the lead and ultimately ends up finishing second to Drexel Hill, who also put in a strong effort back a couple weeks ago at Churchill Downs in the Kentucky Oaks.
And who else put in a strong effort that day? Bless the Broken, who she beat 4 starts back in an allowance race at Churchill. Then she lost to Lacara last time out, Take Charge Milady, and Mohima. She has been facing monsters. I think she's the horse to beat.
You might get a square price too, Weaver. 4-1.
I'll take the 4-1 if I can get it.
I think the Brad Cox horse is going to take a lot of attention. We'll see if the money holds on the Brittany Russell runner Reply, who was recently second in the Weber City Mistakes here in Maryland.